Your cat trusts you without words and relies on you without question. The last thing you'd ever want is to be the reason they feel unsafe in their own home. Most cat lovers go out of their way to create a sanctuary, but even the most devoted owners can quietly unsettle their cats without ever realizing it. When you live with a creature that processes the world through a completely different sensory lens, miscommunication isn't just possible, it's inevitable. What we see as harmless affection, they might process as a threat. Instead of guessing, we're going to look at 7 everyday habits that might be silently stressing your cat. These aren't just mistakes, they're missed signals. But with a few small calculated shifts, you can bridge that gap and transform their world from a place of subtle anxiety into one of absolute comfort and trust. Number 1. Holding intense eye contact with them. To a cat, a prolonged, unbroken stare isn't a sign of affection. It's a declaration of war. It's confrontational, even threatening, especially when it's coming from someone who is significantly bigger, louder, and unpredictable. Cats communicate with their eyes too, but their language is built on subtlety, not intensity. A 2020 study from the University of Sussex revealed a fascinating bridge between our two species. When people greeted unfamiliar cats using a slow blink, the cats were significantly more likely to approach and interact. It's like a peace offering in cat language. So, if you want to win your cat's trust, soften your gaze. Avoid long stares. Instead, look toward them gently, blink slowly, then look away. It may feel like a small shift, but to your cat, it's a sign that says, "You're safe with me." One slow blink can change the way your cat sees you, and one light can help more people connect with their cats on this level. Number 2. Leaving them exposed in a loud, chaotic environment. A spoon clatters to the floor, you sneeze unexpectedly, the blender roars to life in the kitchen. These are minor disturbances in your day, but for your cat, they can be deafening. Human hearing tops out around 20,000 Hz. A cat's? Close to 85,000. That means they hear high-pitched, subtle sounds we can't detect, and that everyday household noises hit them like thunderclaps. Chronic exposure to unpredictable noise has even been linked to stress-related illnesses in cats, such as urinary issues or behavioral changes. If your home is usually loud, maybe it's the TV, guests dropping by, or kids running around all day, it's totally understandable. That kind of noise is normal in many households, but for your cat, it can be overwhelming. That's why it's important to give them a quiet space to retreat to, somewhere they feel completely safe. A cozy nook with a soft blanket that smells like you, unwashed, ideally, is comforting. A white noise machine may seem odd, but consistent sound can mask the sharp spikes that would otherwise trigger your cat's fight or flight response. This isn't about creating silence, it's about offering refuge from chaos. Number 3. Looming over them. Picture this. Your cat is lounging on the floor, purring softly, looking cozy and relaxed. You love them, so you lean down to pet them, completely unaware that your body is suddenly casting a shadow twice their size. To a small animal with instincts rooted in survival, this can feel overwhelming. Cats may be predators, yes, but they're also prey. Hawks, coyotes, and other large animals have long taught cats to be wary of anything towering above them, especially if they're still new to your home, or just naturally cautious. Being hovered over can feel threatening. A better way to approach is to get on their level, literally. Sit beside them, let them come to you. Extend a finger or hand and let them sniff it first. Even better, sit slightly to the side at an angle, which signals calm and non-threatening body language. This invites your cat into the interaction, instead of cornering them in one. Number 4. Changing their familiar environment too often. To you, a couch is just a couch. A scratching post is just a functional piece of cat furniture. But to your cat, these objects are anchors in a carefully mapped world of smells. Cats use scent far more than sight to understand their environment. Every nap, every rub, every claw mark leaves behind chemical signals that help them feel oriented and secure. When you suddenly move their bed or clean their scratching post without warning, it's like relocating street signs in a city. They feel lost. That's why Dr. John Bradshaw, one of the leading experts in feline science, cautions against rearranging a cat's core items without considering how it impacts their scent map. If you do need to move something, Try easing the transition. Rub a soft cloth over your cat's cheeks to pick up their scent, then gently wipe it onto the new location. This gives the new spot a familiar feel and helps your cat adapt without panic. Number 5. Over-petting. We love to stroke and cuddle our cats. It's one of the purest joys of sharing life with them. But here's what many don't realize. Even affectionate touch can become overstimulating, depending on the spot, the pressure, and the duration. Scientific studies show that cats have more sensitive skin than humans or dogs. Their nerve receptors detect even the lightest motion, especially around the tail, belly, and back. What starts as a blissful petting session can suddenly feel like too much, and that's when you might get swatted, nipped, or see them storm off in a huff. Experts call this a petting threshold. Every cat has one, and it can vary daily depending on mood and energy. To avoid crossing that invisible line, stick to safer zones like under the chin, the chest, and behind the ears. Watch their body language closely. If the tail starts to twitch or the ears tilt back, it's time to stop. By respecting their limits, you're telling them, "I hear you," even when you don't speak. Number 6. Forcing social interaction when they're not ready. You adore your cat. Of course you want to show them off when friends or family come over, but what feels like an innocent introduction, scooping them up and placing them on someone's lap, can feel like a major loss of control to your cat. And cats need control. Feline behavior expert Dr. Sarah Ellis warns that forced interaction, especially with unfamiliar people, can cause stress that builds over time. Cats remember discomfort, and if every visitor means being handled against their will, they may retreat altogether, not just from guests, but from you. Instead, give your cat options. Set up a perch or quiet corner where they can observe new people from a distance. Let them decide if and when to approach. Ironically, research from the University of Lincoln found that cats are more likely to approach someone who ignores them than someone who tries too hard. Silence, stillness, and patience speak volumes in cat language. Number 7. Rarely engaging them in meaningful play. Many people think of playtime as a fun extra, a cute moment to toss a toy around. But for cats, interactive play is a basic emotional need. It taps directly into their hunting instincts, offering the chase, the stalk, and the eventual capture. According to ethologist Dr. Roger Tabor, cats follow the same sequence during play as they would during an actual hunt. And when this instinct isn't satisfied, it doesn't just disappear, it turns inward, manifesting as anxiety, aggression, or boredom. So yes, play more. Toss that feather wand. Let them chase a string. But avoid one common mistake, using your hands. When you roughhouse with bare fingers, you teach your cat that skin is prey, and that lesson will show up in scratches and bites later. Let toys do the work. Let your skin stay a symbol of safety, not struggle. Loving a cat means learning to speak their language, not fluently, not perfectly, but with humility and care. Many of the things we do out of love may come across differently to them, but that's okay. Relationships are built in moments of understanding. Start small. Blink instead of stare. Sit instead of loom. Pause the petting when the tail twitches. Leave their blanket where it is. These are quiet choices, but they echo loudly in your cat's heart. And if you're ready to deepen that bond even further, here's something simple to try. Walk into the room, sit down without speaking, and let your cat notice you first. No pressure, no agenda, just presence. You might be surprised by who makes the first move.